Hello everybody, welcome to EduTap. NABARD and RRB, that is Regional Rural Bank, both work for the rural development. So what is the difference? What is the difference between the recruitment process of NABARD exam and RRB exam? And also, once you join the organization, or if you're willing to join the organization, what are the further plans for you? On this, we are going to do the comparison today to make you understand what is best for you, which exam is best for you, and how can you choose to be the part of the organization you want to be in. All right, and how are we going to do so? See, whenever you apply for a job, be it private or public, you always have some parameters in your head, right? You would always want to know that what will be my work if I join the organization, right? On that basis only, even for the private organization, you give the resumes, right? And also, while giving the resumes, very important it is to know what the salary you're going to get, right? It's very important parameter, and that is why we will compare both NABARD and RBI on the RRB on that, and then you will get to decide that which one suits best for you. ठीक है? Postings की भी साथ में हम बात करेंगे, like what are the transfer policies and if there are changes or transfers that occur. Talking about promotions, ठीक है? तो promotion, I think it's very important to know at an individual level that once you join the organization, what are the further opportunities you have. So we will discuss that. After that, it is also important to know that what is the work pressure that you're going to face every day once you join the organization. Okay, and why we are all we have to know all the things that we have just discussed, so that we can analyze the cost benefit ratio. क्या मतलब वो इसका? So that we can compare that what the output that we will have, what the result that will have, and how much is it justified as per the recruitment process, as per the input you are going to give. ठीक है? तो along with what will be the future things that hold for you once you join the organization, we will also compare it with the efforts that you would have to put in into the organization. ठीक है? So this comparison for both the organization will give you have you more clarity. ठीक है? And also, if you want to know in detail about NABARD Grade A organization, we already have one ebook planned for you, designed for you. You can download it from the link that is given in the description box below, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube, and I'm sorry, YouTube channel for the videos, and yes, Telegram channel to get the PDFs that we provide over here. Okay, now without any further ado, let's just talk about the parameters that we have just just shared. Okay, starting off with job profile. What will be your role once you join NABARD organization or the RRB? ठीक है, देखो, you join NABARD as a NABARD Grade A officer in the officer ranking. ठीक है, जब आप officer rank में जाते हो, so NABARD from NABARD Grade A you become assistant manager, and then you join the organization. ठीक है, what will be your role? So your role will not be directly with public dealing. Your role will more focus on the policies that government has made for the development of rural part of the country, and you will check upon the policies, you will implement them, you will monitor them and all the government schemes, and your interaction will not be with the people but your interaction with the other stakeholders. It can be with state government, it can be with other organizations that are also working for the development of rural country and all that. Okay, so your work as a NABARD, it's more like of a supervisor. Okay, and you would also help in further, like when you grow in NABARD, you would also help chance to be the part of the policy making. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीजें आपको NABARD में as a job opportunity आपको मिलेंगी. Talking about in RRB, ठीक है, RRB में your work will be like day to day dealing with the customers. ठीक है, तो for example, जैसे जो farmers हैं, they will farmers, or you can say not only farmers but yes, the people living in that particular area, the rural part of the area. ठीक है, they would come to your bank, ठीक है, for various banking operations. ठीक है, for the loan purpose or any purpose. It's like just day to day bank that you are aware of. ठीक है, but in the रूरल एरिया. ठीक है, तो मैनेजिंग डे टू डे बैंकिंग ऑपरेशंस, डिसबर्सिंग लोन्स, ठीक है, चेकिंग if the loan has to be disbursed and everything, and also providing with financial literacy to aware the people in the rural India, because in urban area we know that people are pretty much aware of all the benefits of a bank, but in rural India they are not, right? So even that will also be the work. that you would have to do. ठीक है. Now let's come to the next point. What will be your salary? ठीक है. So talking about in NABARD, your CTC. ठीक है. आपका जो CTC होगा, please keep in mind, I will update it in the PDF. The CTC cost to companies 20 to 22 lakh. मतलब क्या हुआ इसका? Basically जो आपकी जो basic pay होगी, ठीक है, and in on that basic pay, whatever be the allowances you have, if you add all those, you will get around 20 to 22 lakh in NABARD. And if you talk about in RRB, when you join as a PO, your CTC will be somewhere around 7 to 10 lakh. ठीक है. Why this range? Why not exact figure? Because see this the perks and benefits or the allowances you will get, it also depends on the area that you are posted. So it depends from state to state, ठीक है, and from place to place. For example, if you are posted in an expensive city, right, and the accommodation has not been provided by the organization, so there the house rental allowance or HRA, it will be higher, right? If you are not in that much of expensive city, your HRA will be lower, right? So there can be variation, but CTC as a NABARD grade A officer, once you join, it will be 20 to 22 lakh, and for RRB it will be 7 to 10 lakh. ठीक है. अब बात करें postings कहाँ होती है. So if we talk about in NABARD, so it's always in a district offices, means regional offices जो होते हैं basically NABARD के, those are not in rural areas, those are in urban posting only. जैसे वाराणसी है आपका, चंडीगढ़ है आपका, दिल्ली है, like such places, metropolitan cities, ठीक है. And transfer happens in every 5 years, but in RRB the postings in rural India, ठीक है. I'm not saying that it's here the NABARD weightage is more or RRB weightage is more. No, some people they enjoy rural life, right? So if you enjoy that, you can consider RRB, right? So it's not something which is very generic, the likings and preference. My job here is just to give you the comparison and give you the reality, and whatever suits you the best, whatever future you want to look for you, that you can go for. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे रूरल पोस्टिंग्स की बात करेंगे जो आरआरबी में होती है. ट्रांसफर पॉलिसी इज 3 to 5 years. ठीक है. टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्रमोशंस, तो प्रमोशंस की अगर बात करें NABARD में, व्हाट इज द hierarchy that you would have to see. You will join as assistant manager, that is the grade A post. Then grade B you become manager, then assistant manager, general manager, that is grade C. And like above that we have deputy general manager, then you can become आफ्टर दैट चीफ जनरल मैनेजर, एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर, एंड फाइनली डायरेक्टर. ठीक है. जो CGM तक की पोस्ट है चीफ जनरल मैनेजर के, दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू कैन गेट विद द प्रमोशंस. बट येस, अबव दैट देर इज देर इज limitation. It's not like impossible you can't get, but there is limitation, because you can imagine there can be only one director, right? And usually like these postings are through the IAS sector and everything. ठीक है. But you can imagine like the more higher post you will go, the lesser number of people will be there, right? Because for 4 to 5 managers there will be one assistant manager, there will be one manager. ठीक है. So I hope you get an idea that competition, it increases as you move on in hierarchy. Talking about RRB, you join as a PO, then assistant manager, deputy manager, branch manager, senior branch manager, then you can become chief manager, assistant general manager, deputy general manager, and finally the general manager. So these are the promotions opportunities for you. ठीक है. Lastly, अगर हम बात करें what after the joining the organization, talking about the work pressure, देखो दोनों में तो होगा. You have to keep in mind, if you're working with the government, if you're working for the government, in both the cases there is that added responsibility on your shoulder, right? And especially when rural India, it currently demands our attention. So definitely work pressure will be there, but if we have to do the comparison, that is more on RRB, because see here we are having that direct public dealing with the customers, while in NABARD it's not like that. It's more about focusing on policies and how to implement them, right? So that is, and then also to supervise them. ठीक है. But in RRB you would every day you would have 50 100 of customers, right? You would have to look for the loan sanction and 10 other things जो day to day task होते हैं. ठीक है. So NABARD and RRB में अगर बात करें work pressure की, it's slightly less in NABARD. ठीक है. However, it will still be there in NABARD, but it will be lesser in there. ठीक है. अब finally talk about that whatever the perks, benefits, and you can say lucrative future that you have imagined for yourself right now, it's compared to before that. Like what is the recruitment process? ठीक है. What is the the cost benefit ratio, the efforts that you will put in, is it actually beneficial for the output that you will have. ठीक है, तो इसके लिए अगर हम compare करें pattern को, starting off in NABARD, see first of all phase NABARD and RRB both happens in 3 phases, the third one being the interview and then the final merit list is made. ठीक है, we will not discuss about interview over here, ठीक है, because that is something, you know, of a personality test, and also for NABARD and RRB there can be some different approaches, right? But if we talk about the written exam, before that the one day exam that you would have to give, ठीक है, तो NABARD और RRB में if you compare, in NABARD you have phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 interview. RRB maybe you have phase 1, phase 2 and then third phase interview. In phase 1 of NABARD you have 8 subjects that you would have to answer in 2 hours, means you have to attempt those subjects in 2 hours. Phase 1 is of around 45 minutes for RRB. ठीक है, यहाँ पे we have reasoning, quants, English, decision making, computer knowledge, general awareness, ESI and ARD as subjects. ESI is economy and social issues, ARD is agriculture and rural development. Again, you can download the guidebook for more clarity on NABARD Grade A exam, about its pattern, about its requirement, about its about more about the organization, etc. ठीक है, talking about phase 2, here we have descriptive English, descriptive writing, we have ESI and ARD. So means ESI and ARD, they are common in both phase 1 and phase 2. In RRB we have phase 1 in quants and reasoning. So if you compare here RBI and NABARD, I'm sorry, RRB and NABARD, they have in common reasoning and quantitative aptitude. See, I'm not comparing how many questions will be asked, will that be equal or what is the difficulty level. There can be a slight difference, but the subjects are common. Okay, now if you talk about phase 2, here again we have in 2 hours we have to answer these subjects. Okay, starting off with reasoning and quants. So basically it's common both in phase 1 and phase 2, and it is also common with NABARD. Okay, then we talk about general awareness. General awareness again here in NABARD and RRB it's common. However, I would say that it will be 90% common. Okay, why? Because here in NABARD we much focus on reports, government schemes, means a very in-depth data specific question can be asked. However, in RRB it cannot be that, it does not come that much in-depth which is asked in NABARD. That is why I would say general awareness 90% will be common, 10% some additional efforts I think you would have to put in. Okay, then talking about next, you have one language test also in phase 2 of RRB, where you have to choose either English or Hindi. Okay, English you have in NABARD also common, so if in NABARD you can do English, I'm pretty sure in RRB also you can do English. Okay, talking about the next, computer awareness is an RRB, which is again common in computer in your NABARD Grade A examination. Okay, the reason of sharing this is, see, if I individually compare, definitely see if salary of NABARD is higher, so then even the recruitment process is tougher, because here we have descriptive typing also in phase 2 for ESI, ARD and descriptive English for both, all the three. But in RRB that is not the case, it is more of a objective multiple choice questions. Okay, so even if salary is 7 to 10 lakh, but if from my perspective, I might be wrong, every individual is different, RRB recruitment process is also comparatively simple. Okay, so now it's up to you, like which one you want to go for. But my recommendation after sharing all this, and especially after sharing the pattern, is that you can approach for both the examination if you feel like, or you can focus on one examination more, and then for the next examination you can just fill the form and try your luck, because the subjects are very much common. Okay, so here is the result in front of you, and I am really sure that you will choose the best option for you that is available. Or if you want to go for both the examination, that is also completely up to you. So that is all in this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask us in the comment section below. Thank you everybody, and all the very best for your exam.